Hey everyone, welcome to the Captain Drone YouTube channel. My name is Steve, and in this video we're going to talk about this. This is the NewBeeDrone Hummingbird version 4. So here we have version 4. This is the new one we'll talk about. Here we have version 3, and I believe this is version 2. I'm not really sure, but I do have a lot of the versions. So then, what is so darn great about this new version? Well, let me tell you. First off, this little VTX in the back now shoots out at 25, 100, or 400 milliwatts. The older versions only shot out at 25 milliwatts. This new version also has much larger motors. They're 0702 motors, brushless, at 30,000 kV. So now you're wondering, what about the old ones? Well, these were much less. This new version is under 20 grams in weight, and the old version is over 20 grams in weight. This new version has a movable camera, so before you go fly, you can move it way up to go really fast for acro and high speed and race mode, and you can move it all the way forward if you're flying indoors and you want some nice slow flight. In addition, speaking about the camera, the OSD is improved. The OSD is all those numbers and information you see on the screen when you're flying. You can really jazz it up now in Betaflight Configurator. And surprisingly, it still runs on a 1S battery, and the 1S battery they recommend would be the 300 milliamp hour LiPo battery. On this tiny 1S battery, you can get 4 minutes of flight time if you're not doing anything too erratic. If you're going crazy and doing super fast, high-speed flight, well, then you want to turn your flight time down to about 2.5 minutes of flight time. And for those of you who love specifications, look at the screen. I'm putting the full specs on the screen right now. Just stop the video if you want to check them out further. But more importantly, this drone in this box with all the accessories sells for $79 US. That's a deal nowadays. Obviously, for $79, it's not digital. So that means the camera up front is analog, but many of you probably have analog FPV goggles because they're the least expensive and the most common. And if you have something like this, you know, these ready to fly kits, something like that, there's a million of them on the market. If you have any of those, well, you have analog goggles in those kits. So this drone will work with those kits. In addition, in a lot of these kits, the remote that you see here is usually ELRS, because this is ELRS as well. So if you have one of those bind and fly ready to fly kits and you have an ELRS remote, it will bind with this because this is ELRS. Next thing I want to show you is my outdoor flight, then my indoor flight, and then an unboxing, then come back to me. So here we go. All right, outdoor flight using the little Hummingbird version 4. I have my Radio Master Pocket because it's ELRS and this is ELRS. And since this has an analog camera, we are going to use my Fat Shark goggles. Now, everything I see in this camera while I'm flying, I'll see in my goggles, and there's no onboard recording system on here, so I'll record everything in my Fat Sharks. It's not going to be the greatest, but that's what you're going to get. All right, let's put this little guy down here on the snow. All right, we're almost ready to go. I just see a person walking, pushing a little stroller with a kid in it and a dog. So let's let them go by. And let's put this on acro mode.
Flight mode acro.
There we go. Let's take off. Well, it flies very smooth. Let's bring it back to me. And this is in acro mode, which is amazing. Look at that. Wow. Okay. It's pretty windy out here too, and this is flying amazingly well. And of course, it's very cold. It's like -5 degrees Celsius right now. Or is it -10? I don't know. It's pretty darn cold. But it's all pretty good. Do some little motions of acro, motions, freestyle. Take this up. It says battery dying. That's hilarious. It's only doing that because it's cold and I'm trying to push this really fast forward through the air. You see, when I slow down, the battery dying goes away. I'm on max transmission power 2, as you can see on the bottom of my screen. So I'm letting the little quad here decide on how much VTX power to push out so that it conserves power for the motors. And it's not bad. You can see my image is clear, but if I go down the road, watch this. Now the signal has to go through that big tree. So you can see right now, battery dying, and it's still pretty good signal. So you see this big black tree right here? I'm behind that. So it's shooting through that. So that's actually not bad. And yeah, it keeps on saying battery dying in both languages. So let's bring it on back. I've got a pile of batteries nice and warm in my pocket. And if I can see the voltage, there it is, 3.23 over on the right. So that means it is actually dying. So let's bring it back, land it, and put another battery in. Okay. Look at how slow I can fly this coming over to me. I have flown this indoors where I kill the battery and it just falls to the ground is all it does. Falls out of the air. There I am. Boink. So I don't want this to crash out here and I have to go find it because there's still snow on the ground and it is so tiny. So I'm taking the battery out. There we go. You can hear telemetry lost. And then I'm going to put another battery in. Nice and warm. That's been in my pocket and should get some more flight. I would say on a cold day like today out here where I am in the very Arctic weather, you're probably getting 2 minutes of reasonable flight before you have to get worried that it's going to fall out of the sky. If it was summertime, you're probably getting more like 4 minutes. Let's bring this back and stick. Whoa! As I wipe out on the snow. Let's bring this back and stick. Whoa! As I wipe out on the snow. The snow is slippery. All right, let's put that down there. Oh my God, Mr. Special Olympics here. So let's take it for the second flight and I'll try not to wipe out.
RF signal critical.
Critical?
Recovered.
I just put a new battery in. What do you mean it's critical? All right, there I am, car right here. Buzz behind the car. Let's come on back. Let's go see, check out the roof of my house. Roof looks good. I'm flying behind me, which is not a good idea because you will lose signal. And come on back this way. I tell you, if you're not in the FPV hobby, you really need to get into it. Little things like this. Look at it. I'm having a blast just flying this thing out here. There's some people over there. Stay away from them. You can go through anything with this little guy. Let's go this way. See if I can go around my house this way. Okay, I'm behind that tree. I've got to make it. Oh yeah, there's a hole there. Whoa, missed that branch. Now I'm through. That's the cool thing. Come on over here. Now, I don't think I can come through the other way because I don't have much of a signal. Doesn't look like there's much of a hole there. No, big branches, big tree in the way, so I have to go this way. Try not to crash, don't lose video. There we go, through that. And we're through again, nice. In the summertime, you can have a blast with these things flying around small areas. Look at this, go right around myself. Like as if I'm on a dime. Whoa, this thing here is very responsive. Very responsive. All right, let's bring it back. I'm impressed with this. I'm going to have a lot of fun with this in the summer when it's warmer. Right now it's cold, so yeah, it's not as enjoyable on the fingers and it's not as enjoyable for this little guy. So let's slow it down. Come right in front of me. You see me right here. And I am going to land it. Actually, let's go land it in front of the snow camera over here. This is where it took off from. So we'll put it back in the snow. Right over here. Nice and slow. There I am over there. And my camera's right over here. And right there. So all in all, a very impressive little quad. The only thing is, I wish there was more flight time, but honestly, it is impressive. Now it's time for the indoor flight of this little Hummingbird V4. Okay, so that's plugged in.
Telemetry recovered.
Check out the colors on this. Holy cow, it's like a rainbow of colors. Let me show you. So that's the colors. As soon as you plug in the battery, it does this sort of strobe effect with all the colors. You know, if I'll spin it, so you can see other colors happening. That's pretty cool. I think this is common in this. So if you're flying this at night, it would look pretty freaky. All right, I've got to get used to flying this, so I'll just fly it that way around this area here. So you'll see it in the cameras. Here we go. All right, so you should see me in front. Don't I look goofy? All right, here we go. Arm it. And it says send it. That's pretty cool. And let's take it nice and slow because I got to get used to this little quad. Going around my little family room here. Let's actually turn and come back this way down this little hallway. And come back to me. Look at, you can see my silhouette there. Now, it's kind of dull in here because it's dull outside. So, yeah, not the greatest. So, flying this, a beginner could fly this. It's very simple because it doesn't fly very fast, unless you want it to fly fast. So let me just, I'll show you what I mean in a second. Let me just go this way and go through my different areas. My messy kitchen. Do we want to go low or do we want to go high? There's a race gate over there. Do you see it? Let's go this way. And we'll go through that. I don't know if I put on a lesser voltage battery in this, because look at my voltage. It's at 3.3. That's not right. I don't think I put a fully charged battery on this, so that's my fault. Sorry guys. I might have to land and put a fully charged battery. That's a chair. Hey guys. I was landing on a chair. Let me go over here and change the battery right here. Come on down. There we go. That shouldn't be flashing like that, not for a slow flight. I thought I had some charged batteries. Let's maybe I mixed it up, but I took I took a battery that was already used. Let's plug this one in. So what I'll do this time is I'll go a little faster. I'll just show you. It does have speed to it. Okay, here we go. I'll put it over here.
Telemetry recovered.
And let's go. Now I'll show you what I mean about speed. Indoors it has speed, so watch this. If you want to go faster, you can. Whoa, much too fast. You see what I mean? But you could slow it down and then do things like go under stuff. The table here, not a big deal. There's nowhere to go at the end. Let me turn this way. Can I go into this table? Yeah, kind of. Whoop, there we go. And yeah, so you can do little things like that. And let me just go back this way. I'll try a little tight corner here. I gotta go this way. I have to turn here. This is gonna be tight. Go this way, and then I have to go through that race gate. Right there. There we go. Got through it nicely. Okay. So indoor flight, quite possible with this little baby. You can have a blast of a time flying, and you can fly slow or fast. And yes, if beginners are asking me, could a beginner fly this? Yes, a beginner could fly this very simply. As you can see on my screen, I'm flying it indoors in angle mode. If you're a beginner, angle mode's really good. Or if you're like me, somebody who flies all the time, I still fly in angle mode because my house is very small and I would smash into all the walls and everything, and I'm coming back to land right here. Done. Here we have the box the Hummingbird arrives in. Inside the box you'll find the Hummingbird and accessories. As you can see here, the Hummingbird arrives fully assembled. The battery connector is a PH2 connector. Pretty much any 1S battery can be used with this quad, but if you want to use the recommended battery, they are available on the NewBeeDrone Store. And those batteries have the correct PH2 connector and they fit nicely under the bottom of the drone. And if you don't own a 1S battery charger, a 1S battery charger is available at the NewBeeDrone Store. Items included with the drone would be spare props, as well as a prop removal tool, as well as spare screws, as well as a quick start guide, as well as a warranty card and frequency card. And let's not forget the stickers and the candy. Total weight of the Hummingbird V4 with a battery is only 27 grams. Alright, so you're back to me, and my thoughts on this baby are it's really good. It's a big improvement over the previous version, so you're getting an awful lot for $79 US. Myself personally, and I can only speak for myself, I fly a lot of digital drones all over the place, but when it comes to flying around my house or flying close by, I still love analog because there's a little bit of mystery when you're flying analog, because sometimes in your goggles you can't really make out when you're trying to go through something because it's not as digital clear. But it makes it a lot more fun in analog. So yeah, you get a good smile on your face when you're flying analog FPV drones. And finally, everything on this thing is replaceable. So if you have any issues with any parts on here, everything's replaceable. I believe NewBeeDrone still has the lifetime warranty on canopies. That's something they have. If you destroy a canopy, they give you another one for free. All right, guys, I'm going to put links to this guy below, and you can go check it out and see if it's for you. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have questions, post your questions below. I'll get back to you. But for now, I say thanks for watching. I'll catch you in a future video with many more product reviews. Until then, I say bye.